Hey everyone, this is Somnath Gaudar from Future Coders. In this video, we are going to be building this light mode to dark mode switch toggler using just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's see. If I click on this button, as you can see, everything turns to dark mode. And if I click on it again, and back to our light mode. So guys, this is what we will be building in this video. Before we start building this, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and also don't forget to leave a like on this video. So let's get started. Okay, now inside of our Visual Studio Code, we are gonna need three files: index.html, styles.css, and a script.js file. So let's generate our HTML boilerplate by pressing exclamation and hitting enter. Let's give the title as light to dark mode. Now let's also link our local CSS file. That's styles.css. And let's also not forget to link our script file, script.js. Okay, now we are gonna now let's open it in a live server. I am using an extension called as live server. Make sure you install that. Okay, this one. Okay, all you have to do is right click and open with live server. This is gonna open up our project in a simple live server. Okay, let's just make this a little bit smaller. Okay, now we are gonna use a font awesome. So let's import that first. Let's search for CDN.js. In CDN.js, search for font awesome. We're gonna use, let's copy this link tag and paste it below this title tag. So now we have access to the font awesome icons. Okay, now inside the body, let's define a container. We need to have some content, right? So let's define some dummy content. Inside the container, we are gonna have a division with a class name of content, and it's gonna have a p tag with some lorem. Let's define lorem with 20 words. Okay, there we have it over here. Now I'm gonna need 5 more of these, so let's define those. Okay, that's it. Now let's head over to our styles.css file. Of course, we're gonna use a custom font from the Google Fonts, which is going to be, let's go to this link, which is going to be the, let's search for Nunito, this one, and I'm gonna import this third one, light 300. Select this style and import this code. Let's copy this and paste it inside our styles.css file. Okay, now for this project we are gonna create some CSS variables. So the way we are gonna create some CSS variables is, let's create some CSS variables which are accessible everywhere by saying root. The first variable is going to be this primary bg color, background color. That's going to be a little bit grayish. Okay, this one. And let's set another variable for secondary background color, and let's set it as white for now. Okay, we are gonna need 2 more variables. That's going to be primary text color and secondary text color. Okay, the values are not going to be the same. Let's change them, little grayish, and this one also shade of gray. Okay, now we have some variables, so let's target everything. Remember, the browser by default applies some margin and padding, so we need to clear the tab by saying margin 0 and padding 0. And let's also set the box sizing to border box. And let's also set the font family, which we already imported from the Google Fonts, that is Nunito. And let's also set some fallback font, that's going to be sans serif. Okay, now let's target the whole body. And for the body I'm going to set the background as I already defined the variable. That's going to be this primary background color. Okay, this one, a grayish color, which I already set it over here. Okay, now let's target the container, this one, which is holding all our content. Let's target that. And for the container I'm going to set the padding to 80 pixels top and bottom, and 20 pixels to the left and right, and display of flex. Let's make it justify content to the center, and let's also set it to flex wrap of wrap. Okay, that's looking great. Now we need to target the each individual content. Okay, let's that are present inside the container. So I can do that by saying container.content, and for the content I'm going to set the width to 400 pixels, and let's also set the background to this variable secondary bg color. That's going to be that white color, and let's also set the padding to 20 pixels all around, and let's also set the margin to 20 pixels. Okay, now let's also set the border radius of 5 pixels, and we also need to set some box shadow of 0, 5 pixels, 10 pixels, and RGBA value of 0, 0, 0, and 0.1 alpha value. Okay, there we have our slight looking back box shadow. So now we need to target this paragraph tag, which is present inside this container content, and then paragraph line height to 2. Okay, now let's also set the color of the text, paragraph text, to this variable primary text color. Okay, now we are done with our dummy content. Now let's build the toggler, the switch button actually. Okay, let's head over to our index.html. There at the top I need to define another division with an ID of theme toggler. Okay, now I also need the icon, right? That sun, half sun, or whatever you call it, the moon actually, right? Sorry, the moon. Yes, we also need that icon, right? So here I'm going to define a font awesome class, that is fa moon, and we are going to have our moon icon. Okay, once we have that, let's head over to our styles.css. Let's target our theme toggler, and for that I'm going to set the position of fixed, and top 15 pixels, right, let's say 25 pixels. Okay, that's perfectly aligned. Now let's also set them padding 15 pixels to top and bottom, and 20 pixels to left and right. Okay, let's set some font size of, let's say, 30 pixels to make it bigger, and let's also set the background. Background is going to be this variable secondary bg color, and the text color, actually the font is actually considered as a text, so let's also set the color to var this primary text color. Okay, that's looking nice. Let's also make our cursor turn to pointer when I hover on it. Let's do that, cursor to pointer. Okay, that's looking great now. Now let's also add some box shadow of same 0, 5 pixels, 10 pixels, RGBA value of 0, 0, 0, and alpha value is going to be 0.3. Okay, there we have our box shadow. Let's make it a little bit nicer by setting the border radius of 5 pixels. Okay, there we have our, sorry for this. Okay, there we have our toggle button. So now we need to actually work on the JavaScript now. So inside of our JavaScript file, we need to have access to that button, right? So that whenever I click on it, something should fire up. So we are gonna target it. So let's get the element by ID. Here I'm gonna say let theme toggler variable name, and let's access the DOM by document.getElement by ID, and the ID is going to be this one, theme toggler, right? That's the ID that we gave to this toggle button. So not the button but this div. Okay, now we have access to that. Okay, now we need to listen for the click, right? You can do it in the multiple ways. For example, you can set an event listener, but in this case I'm gonna set an on click. So here theme toggler dot on click. So when I click on it, I'm gonna fire off a function, and that function should say theme toggler dot class list. So when I click on it, the icon should turn to the sun icon, right? Let's do that. So here I'm gonna toggle the font awesome, let's say font awesome class name for the sun, that's going to be the FA sun. Okay, now let's test it out. When I click on it, as you can see, the icon is turning to sun. So now once we do that, now let's actually work on changing the theme actually. So here I will say theme if theme toggler dot class list, if it contains this sun class. So if I click on it, wait, something, okay, I think so here if I click on it, it is going to turn to sun icon, right? So that means we need to actually turn the theme into black, right, dark mode, right? So let's work on that. If it contains if this theme toggler class contains this FA sun, I need to target the whole document body, and for the body I need to add a class list dot add this active class, meaning the dark mode is currently active. Don't worry, I will define this active class in a bit. Okay, it doesn't work right now, don't worry, that's because we need to add this active class. So else we also need to define an else case. That means we just need to remove this class. If the theme toggler has the class of FA sun, meaning we need to turn the theme into dark mode, otherwise it should remain the white mode. So that's so simple. Now let's head over to our styles.css. We need to add the active class for the body, right? That's where we are appending it. That's going to be this body. So over here, let's say right after this, I'm going to say body.active. If the body has an active class, I need to change these variables, right? These are the variables that we are using, right? So here I will just make it dark, and let's say a little bit not dark. So here I will say set the primary text color to white, and this one to little bit grayish. Okay, now if I click on this, as you can see, the dark mode is active now. That mode is active, the dark mode is inactive. Okay, as you can see, it's happening very quickly, right? We need to happen it very smoothly. So all I have to do is over here, everything where we are targeting everything, I need to set the transition all 0.2 seconds linear. Okay, once I do that, as you can see, the dark mode is actually coming in a very smooth way. So guys, and one more thing I forgot guys, it's completely responsive. It doesn't matter, it's just a dummy text. So if I click on it, there we have our dark mode and our light mode. So that's it guys for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something from this video. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I will see you in the next one.